Hey man, it is that time. It is time for the stream show. You got me, DJ Strick, right here. And today I'm having to do something I didn't think when I started this month I was going to have to do. I'm actually having to do a Black Friday part 2. Because last week we did Black Friday, I was talking about all the things that was happening with these prices, and a lot of people had some holiday prices, but not Black Friday prices yet. So I had to do a part 2 so I can give you guys all the updates of what's going on. If you're watching me right now, come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. Just say hello and give me your city, and let's talk today. Let's see what it is that you may be great to see. You may be happy to see on discount that you want to pick up. Like if there's something out there that you know about that's a great deal, put it in the comments. Let all of us know. We want to know too, like what's on special, what's on sale, what are some of the Black Friday deals that you're excited about, so that we could, share it with friends and families so everybody will know. I want to know. I'm going to give you some of mine, and you can give me some of yours, and we'll just have a great day, Everybody will be learning all at the same time. So I'm opening up my Zoom room right now. So this is what I'm going to do. If you are one of those people that want to come on and shout out some of the things that you're doing and some of the prices or deals that you're planning to pick up, you could do it right here online with me in the stream show. I would love to have you on the show. Fixing my mic here so it sounds a little better. Cool. I think I got everything the way I wanted in the studio. You see this QR code here. This is a QR code I did a while back, and this was repurposing. So if you're someone that wants to know how to take long form content and cut it up into short form content, you can use that QR code. I did a whole guide for you. So if you're thinking, man, in the new year, I really want to revolutionize my channel. I have so much content out there. I need to make it into shorts, into reels. That's going to show you how to actually do it. So, I always say, when you have content like that, repurpose. Because everybody hadn't seen your content. Want to know how I know? How many trillions of views do you have? Billions of views do you have? You got a couple thousand, which is great, but that's not everybody. There's still more people that can see your content if you cut it up and make it into small, bite-sized pieces that actually explain what you're doing. Maybe it could go a little further and reach more people, especially if you have a video that has already performed well. That being said, hit me up. Let me know that you're watching tonight, and we're going to get right to it because, again, this is part 2, so I'm really going to start at the beginning and go all the way through this. What excites me most? Let me not do the most exciting thing. I was going to go to the Sony cameras first. I don't want to do that. Let's get some variety in our lives first. So let me go to, I want to go to Best Buy and see what they have going on. Did this to me before, Best Buy. You already are ready to go. I have you set up here. Let's refresh this screen. And we're going to go right into Best Buy and look at their early Black Friday deals. The door busters are here. What is it that they will have on deck for us? Now, I did see, I think it's a great deal. So if you're someone that's looking for a television, TLC is a good product with the 75-inch for $350. It's a good deal. Now, this is not just content creator stuff. We're content creators. We like all kinds of stuff. And one definitely being TVs. You just never know when they go on sale. Now, this 40-inch right here for $89, I don't know if you ever were in the have a need for a 40-inch TV. But 89, I got 2 about 5 years ago. They were the Onns, ONN. I don't know how to pronounce that, Onan, or however you do that. But anyways, they were $100 at Walmart about 5 years ago. So it looks like they have really reduced the price on these TVs, and now there's 40 inches that you can get from Best Buy for $89.99. I think it's a cool deal. I have no idea what this OLED gaming monitor goes for. 1,000. Let's click on it. Let's see if you're saving. You're saving $800. What is that costing? I don't know what these things cost. So saving $800 on this? What's $16.99? I don't know who uses this. You guys are, you know what? It's for the gamers. Premium Pro Smart Gaming Monitor. Okay. The HDR 400 True Black. Okay. I give you that. I think that's pretty cool for people that are doing gaming that need the I think is this a curved screen as well? I think that's what that is. Oh, these are the specs. 45, 21.9 screen. Okay. 12% larger. Okay. Hey, listen. I'm with you. That's a hefty price, $900 for a monitor. I won't tell you how much I spent on a monitor, but it definitely was not that. Let's go to the other Black Friday deals here in Best Buy and see what they got coming our way. Are they? Why would I mention Android stuff here, right? We're not talking about Android stuff. No way. More televisions. I did see what they had. I thought they had some Mac stuff available, some computers, and it looks like that may have been just my thought, because I don't see anything here, no discounts from Mac at all. Why would they, right? I could be wrong. Amazon Fire Sticks. What are you guys planning on getting? Like, let me know. What I don't know what's going on with these monitors, but this is a Dell 27 2K touch. Okay, that makes sense. Touchscreen, all in one. That is a computer. I thought it was just a monitor. Like, yeah, we're not looking at Dell computers. We're not looking at that. So this is an idea. I don't know what you guys are in the market for. I just like, you remember when we were kids and we could actually go through, as this is setting up, I could talk about what it was like to get the go to the newspaper and actually go in to all the advertisements for Christmas, and you look through and you circle what you wanted and you're looking through all that stuff. This is what you do now, but it's all on the internet. It's all on the internet. Who's doing what? We go to the websites and we just presume, we just look through here, right? And see if there's something that really catches us that will make us think about, hey, what else can we add to what we have going on? I don't know what's out there. Okay. Thank you, Rich. Rich says, "Hey, scroll down. There's some stuff with Mac there. Okay, let's see if we can scroll down and figure out what kind of Mac deals is going on, because you never know." Uh, I getting. I'm going for the Macs, and I saw a camera, and I got distracted. Why would they put the Macs on the bottom, Rich? Was I on the wrong screen? Let's keep going. Let me find the computers. Oh, there it is. Just look at me right in my face. All right, as low as 6. $99. Okay, what's going on? $100, saving $100. I think it's worth it to save $100. Saving $250. Uh, MacBook Air 15-inch. Joe, what's up, sir? How are you doing? We're looking through the Black Friday deals, man. This is part two. Last week, a lot of people didn't have their deals up yet. So I said, I want to get this right for the people. So we're going right back into it. MacBook Pro 14-inch M4, saving $250 through Best Buy. Okay. Anytime you can save on these products, I think you definitely want to do it. Even if you try to take the savings and you know what you have to do with your savings. You got to buy storage. $300, MacBook Pro 14-inch M4 Pro chip built. Okay. That's pretty cool. Another $250 off. Let's see if we can beat $300 discount on something. $350. All right, we're getting up there a little bit. This is a MacBook Pro 14-inch laptop, M4 Max chip built for Apple Intelligence, 32 gigabytes of memory, and is that a terabyte SSD? Okay, I'm with you there. $350. See if there's any more of a discount. More than $350. Am I the only person that would go to Best Buy and for Mac products and look at their open box? I do that a lot, guys. I have got actually some great deals because of the nonprofit I'm using. I don't automatically need a new computer, but I needed an M something computer, a Mac, and I went to the open box and got a great deal. Like, I actually went in the store and said, hey, can you go up there and look in that area? And they found some stuff that is not in the computer. All right, so the biggest discount I've seen so far is $350. And again, I'm seeing that on this one. And this is 36 gigabytes of memory and a terabyte SSD. I don't know what else it would have in it because this is definitely more than I saw on the other one. But great deals. And that was 1 and 2. That's just 2 pages full of Mac computers at Best Buy. Again, guys, you just never know. Like going through this and looking what you will find, especially if they have an open box one. But these are Black Friday deals. You want to go to the Mac. You want to go to the Apple store, check the prices, and be sure that this $100 saving is worth your time, not going through Mac. You want to be sure of that. So that was Best Buy. Let's go to something else that makes me smile. I always like looking at Shure products. Always do. And I don't think there's much on here that's different than what we saw last week, but I just like looking at the microphones, man. I'm a Shure guy, so I really like the holiday sales. So saving. They have a lot of savings going on these microphones. If you're in the market for a microphone, here they are. Now, I was looking at this earlier, and Rich and Joe, y'all help me out. If there was a sale that was going on, could you tell that these things were on sale? Let me do this. This is what I thought, and this is just a marketer in me. I don't know everything, but I could definitely tell looking at Best Buy that there was a discount. Let's go to the tablets because we didn't look at that. I could definitely tell it's a discount. Like here, even though it's $4, they say, hey, you save $5, you save $120, you save $60. And then when I look at Shure, it's in red here, black and red on a white background, right? Really, really simple stuff. And then when I go to Shure, I'm sorry. This is definitely a tangent of mine. Shop for the holiday sales. I want to do that. And then when I look at the holiday sales, I can't tell these things are discounted or not. Like, what's going on? What are we doing here? Because it's in green. Save for it. I just like the red look over the green. It just doesn't look like a sale to me. But hey, you said saving 40 bucks on the Edson 7B. If you guys can find one cheaper than $399, let me know where it's at, because people need to know where you can get this great microphone, Edson 7B. And of course, they have others that are just as good. They have others that are just as good here. Okay, James, what you got? He's helping us out. Why is this so big? I have a 24 millimeter Sony lens that I'll sell to the Okay, he's selling. He's got a Black Friday deal going on that he's doing doorbusters on right now. Okay, okay. Thank you for letting us know, James. I just never know where the deal would come from. I think that's a really cool. I think that's a really cool deal. 24 millimeter. I'm gonna put it back up. I want to go to. Let's go. Let's put it in the comments so I can see James the right way. All right, James, I appreciate you saying that. Thanks for watching today. If anybody out there is looking for a 24 millimeter Sony lens, that's a full frame lens. Hit him up. He'll sell it to the fam for 250 bucks. That's cool. That's cool. All eyes on that one, man. Hey, thanks for coming through today and letting us know what you got. So, are you looking for a microphone? You looking for a great holiday deal? I'm still talking about these Shure mics because I want to be sure that people know about this MV7 Plus, which is a great USB microphone. And if you're looking for something with great quality and you want to sound good, MV6, even better. MV7X, even better. And if you got a microphone and you just want to be able to have an interface with the mic you have, MVX2U. Whether this thing is on sale or not, well, it's not really on sale. 13 bucks. Will we take $13 discount? I think we'll take a $13 discount. That'll save on something, right? Okay. Well, this is, hey, he's putting it out there. Okay. There you go. Thank you, Rich, for putting it out there. We got to be sure that Rich finds it. Are you looking for a particular price, Rich? What's going to make you feel good? What price would you want to get on that? These are some bundle deals that they have going on right now. Man, I really like saving hundreds of dollars. What can I? Well, I mean, it's not like up enough. But these are all cool things that you can get from Shure with the discount. There's a $100 discount. There you go. I asked for it and I got it. People doing podcasting, man, this could be a great little setup for you. There you go. Just putting it out there. They're about $259 now, so about $200 will be sweet. If anybody has one, let them know. If you hadn't caught Rich Graham's content, you're missing out. He's got shorts, and the way I say to do it, I mean, he's doing it, taking those long form content and chopping it up. And what I like that he's doing is all relevant information and cool stuff that he likes to talk about on his thing. So check out Rich Graham. All right, that's enough from Shure right now. Let's go to Newer. Newer will make me feel good because I know they got to sell. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. So I'm going to need that Elgato Prompter Extra Large to go sell for Black Friday. You know what? I looked at Elgato. Let's go to Elgato now. And they're not really doing much. Like, we might have to find another distributor for them that may have. Hold on. So you said Elgato, but Newer has a prompter. Did you know that? It was in the slide here. Wait till it comes up. I didn't know. Well, Newer and Small Rig, they're doing a lot of stuff right now when it comes to products. And I think, okay, this is their 2-in-1. So shop now. Let's see what their 2-in-1 looks like. 30% off. 30% off. This is pretty cool. I don't think it's as big as Elgato, but it's here. Elgato has gotten their new prompter. It's not available anywhere else. Okay. So this is wow, I didn't know that, but this is their Newer setup. I don't know how this competes with Elgato, but they do have one. Looks like it's tiny. Man, that looks really tiny. It looks really tiny, and I can't see the dimensions of it. They've locked down the new prompter in there. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Let's put on the spectacles and see what kind of numbers we got here. 13 centimeters and 13 inches and 10 inches. Okay. So it's 13 to the back of the phone and 10 high. But how big is the monitor? Yeah, Daryl, check them out. Check them out. And I would check out what Small Rig has too, because they are really, really good about, I don't know, just like everything else, these products are made in a certain place. Everybody just said, hey, make one and put my name on it. I'll take that. Make one and put my name on it. So let's see what else Newer has. I have a bunch of Newer. If I'm not pronouncing that right, don't correct me. It's okay. But I have a bunch of their products, and everything has come out really, really good. So if you're looking for the wireless microphones, like everybody is crazy about DJI, Newer has a set of that. They have the bicolor here, the RGB, not bicolor, but RGB, 105 watts. It's on sale. And this stuff is expensive too. Is that just one? This is one of the big boys though. All right. Um, I like these lights because they're really low profile. 60 watts. So I use a lot in this RGB. So I use a lot of these lights in my setup, and I got a user code, US50, to be able to get that 50% off on this one. Um, let's see what else fits my fancy. This is a great deal, guys, on the V mount battery. 170 bucks for that. Kerwin, hey sir, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming through. We're doing Black Friday deals part 2 today. I don't know why, but I had to come back with this because last week they did not have enough of the Black Friday deals out, and I thought, hey, I want to give everybody these great deals. So hey, let's just do it again. And then next Sunday next Sunday is a Thanksgiving party, man. I want y'all to come through, celebrate, and let's be thankful together. And none other than a guy that I'm thankful that I know, Mr. Kirk R. Nugent. Kirk, you need to put the R in your YouTube channel, man. Come on, what are we doing? Where's the R? I let's check this out. This is not Elgato, but again, they're saying it's streaming likes for Elgato. Like what? 50% off. Well, this is not a 50% off. This is like $10 off. 159. Yes, sir. You gotta have the R. You gotta have the R. We don't want anybody to get confused with it's just Kirk Nugent. No, it is Kirk R. Nugent. I think that's a pretty good deal. I think that's a pretty good deal that's going on. If you like that for your streaming, this is all there. Let's get back to the Black Friday deals and Newer. It's not moving fast enough. I'm not really sure what that means. Do I need to investigate that anymore? Here we go. Compatible with the Elgato Stream Deck. Download the Newer Live plugin from your Stream Deck platform. Adjust the light setting. Well, there you go, Rich. You asked the question, and it came right up. Now, let's see what these same lights look like from Elgato. Let me see if I can get the dimensions here. 13. So 15 and a half inches. Okay. Let's see what that looks like from Elgato. Lighting. What was the price on the other ones? 159. It's not too bad. 179. Why does Elgato not discount their stuff? Somebody else has got to be saving it. Oh man, am I missing you? I didn't see it come up, Kirk. Let's do it. Where's my man Kirk at? My interview mode was off for whatever reason. So try it again. There he is. Hey, you mind coming in and hanging out with us, brother? I promise you I'll treat you well. We'll make your guest number one and everything.
Hey man, I'm looking forward to it.
There you go.
I saw Kerwin in the
Kerwin saying what's going on, coach.
Yeah. What's going on, man?
Always good. Awesome. So you're saving $20 by going with the newer light versus the Elgato light. I don't know if it's worth it or not, especially with Rich, especially with having to get the newer plug-in to go with the Elgato. This was made for it. I'm really not sure.
Yeah,
let's look at the dimensions of this, if they even have them.
So this is a really good point that you raised, though, Strick, is that you really have to start monitoring prices from like August to ensure that what you're getting is an actual deal on Black Friday. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
You want to be smart about it because it's like everybody else. Prices go up.
Yeah.
So I was listening to some people, and of course, I don't want to get too far into politics, but they were talking about the tariffs. And they said, well, most companies front-loaded their equipment or front-loaded their products. So we haven't really got, in terms of equipment, so the prices could stay low.
Right.
So they knew the tariffs was coming, so they just shipped a whole bunch of stuff to America, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they made sure all of their warehouses were stocked.
So they didn't have to deal with those price issues, which I get it, and I think it's completely understandable. And I'm saying this because I don't think that we have really seen the prices go up like they will.
So to an extent, there's still, for the companies that are larger, like this one, newer, Elgato, these companies have, they've kind of reached a critical mass, as you might say. But for the smaller companies who largely, operations is still very much based out of the United States, they're feeling the pinch.
I got it.
And I can tell you this as somebody who does brand deals, not as often as I probably should, and somebody who does content. I just got in the YOLO S3.
Come on, tell me about it, brother. Tell me about it. I really want to know.
No, I literally, when I say literally, just got it in. But this thing should have been here for like a week, 2 weeks ago. So I'm getting mine late. So all the other videos have already dropped, and I feel like this is another byproduct of some of these kinds of things that we're seeing. So we see it in different ways in different areas.
Have you used it yet?
Bro, I literally, I just picked it up. So I haven't even taken it out of the shipping packaging. And then after that, I've got to take it out of the other packaging. But good friend of mine, Sam from Livestream Tips and Tools, he did a really great video on it as well. Gotcha. It is amazing to see what people are doing with it. I want to see it firsthand, and but for the price and for what it can do, I may have like 4 of these around the home studio here, Kirk, because Kirk, it is a lower footprint.
Kirk, man, I'm being honest with you. I'm not a believer, man. I'm not.
Let's go. Let's
of 9.
go. I
I've
love to
seen
hear
it. I've
this.
seen it. There's no way you're telling me that this camera, which it does have a little bit of a larger sensor than some
Yeah.
of the other
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
webcams,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
is gonna come through with some of the color. Like I've seen
Oh,
tons of
oh
people
no.
do reviews on it. Tons of people do reviews on it, and I think that it may be a really really good top down camera.
Yeah. I'm not saying a primary camera. I'm definitely not saying a primary
Okay,
camera. I'm still going to use
okay,
my DSLRs for that. I'm not even saying using it for recording, talking head content or even like, vlog content. I'm saying for those secondary shots. So like I have it's not it's not on right now, but I have a top down shot. Well, a
okay.
BTS shot, if you will. That's way up in the corner behind me. I would definitely use it for that.
I got it.
I've got a shot that shows my desk. I would definitely use it for that.
Right,
Um,
right.
these secondary angles that it just feels a little overkill to have a
There's no way.
DSLR,
Yeah, there's no
in
reason
those
to do it.
spaces. I could definitely see it using those. But in terms of it replacing like what you're looking at me of, no way.
Gotcha.
No way. And this is an old camera. This is still the A6400 with the 16 millimeter Sigma. I just don't see any reason to change it. I have an
That's exactly
FX30.
what I have right now as well.
Come on, talk about it, man.
A64. So let's do this. Let's talk about the A6400 for a minute,
Okay.
because
Okay.
I'm about to shock you when I show you this. How old do you think that camera is?
Man, I have struggled to find a release date on that thing. I was told
How long have you had yours?
2020.
About the same
2020.
for me. It's 2020.
Yeah.
I think I bought it.
And I didn't buy it brand new. I bought it used.
You know what? Me too. No. Body. I did buy the body. B&H. I bought it from
Nope.
B&H.
Nope. I bought it used. I think it was KEH. Yep. KEH.com. I bought it used. Yep. But man, and I did
This
buy
is the
the
6100 that I'm showing you right now for
okay.
$800 new.
Yep. I have the 6000 as well. I just used it for a really quick shoot downstairs in my home, and it's so clean. My wife was like, "What camera is that?" And I'm like, "That's the oldest camera we have in the house." We bought it used like 5-6 years ago. She's like, "What? That thing is so clean." Yep. 6400, $900 still to this day
Come on,
holding its
man.
value.
Come on. Come
Still
on.
to this day. It's crazy. The ZVE10 is cheaper than that.
And that was to replace this camera. The
Yes, it was.
ZVE10 was built to replace this for content
Yes, it
creators.
was. Yes, it was.
But this one is still like one of the better, with 24 megapixels, one of the better cameras when it comes to photos and
Honestly.
video.
Yeah, it's just an all around great camera.
I just can't believe it. Now, of course, you can get a used one for about $600 now, but think about
Yeah.
people that like you and me that have a 5-year-old camera that's still, even on a used market above $500.
Honestly, man, it blows my mind. I just walk in, I turn on the thing. I mean, it's sitting behind, I've got the Elgato prompter on it, so I can't necessarily see the camera itself, but I just walk in, I turn it on, and I go.
So you and I both still have. I know you have the. Back to our screen here, if I can find it. There we go.
There we go.
You and I both still have like the FX series. You have an FX30.
Yep. Yeah, I have the FX30. I'm gonna get probably maybe 2 more. That is also a phenomenal camera. Just it knocks it out of the park. It just does, in my opinion, it does all things well.
It does all things
So
well. And
yeah,
I
it's
have for client work, I have the FX30. My Ecamm is at FX3. So when you're looking at my podcast that I started doing at Strick City Live, that is basically on my close-up shot and then the guest close-up shot. Those are FX30s. I use the
30s.
Ecamm, which is the both people
Yeah.
FX3 with a Tamron lens on it, and I like it. The Tamron doesn't have it gets down to like 2.8. The others get
Sheesh.
down to 1.8, and
Right.
they just have a better depth of field, even
Yeah.
with the FX30s on them, because I'm using the Sigma lenses. So one is a Sigma 56, and the other one is a 35.
Yeah, man. You see, that's the challenge. So I'm not gonna lie. So I did a project with a client in Florida. They had two FX6s and an FX3. Gorgeous, gorgeous equipment. Absolutely phenomenal. I would not buy this Kirk. I wouldn't buy it because the price jump.
Right.
I can't justify. That's just Kirk, and I know that's a internal mental thing. It's not a. I'm not even talking about. I think it's too expensive. I'm just looking at it for what I'm actually able to produce with the FX30 versus the FX6 and the FX3. I'm just kind of like,
Well, you're going to be
I
able
don't know.
to. So for people that really want to have this conversation about APS-C cameras and
Right.
versus full frame, right now the price point for the look. So they're building more cinema line lenses for the APS-C cameras.
Mm-hmm.
And not only are they building them, but they're also building them with autofocus, which a lot of the full frame lenses don't have the autofocus. It's coming out, but you would spend $1,000 to $1,500 more on the full
Yep.
frame. Now this is the step up. Like I just don't know that the visuals or the images that you would get would be that much more.
Yeah.
All right.
Now you're absolutely correct. I know somewhere Brandon Washington right now is yelling at the screen. If he's watching this, he's probably like, APS-C, no, full
Yeah.
frame forever. But I don't know, bro. I really feel like this is where, in communities like this one, we just got to be honest with one another in terms of what's working, what allows you to get done, what allows you to take radical action.
Well, let's
And this
say
is
use case. Let's say use case.
okay. Okay.
What
Yeah.
is your use case? What is your use case? Now, I would say for a podcast, for client work, even with a podcast, I get away with the APS-C camera.
Yeah.
Okay. For a documentary
Yeah.
or
Now there you go.
a
Absolutely.
corporate commercial, guess what? I may even rent those cameras
Mhm.
because if it's a corporate client,
You're gonna get corporate money.
you're gonna get corporate money. You have a little bit more of the budget. You want to go FX6, or you want to go FX3,
Totally agree. Totally
and
agree.
have that. But if you're just doing, I
I
really
had
feel like, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I had a blast with the FX6 and FX3 down in Florida when
I'm
I
sure
got a
they're
chance to.
nice.
I mean, oh my word, the type of the type of things we could do was absolutely phenomenal. But I also had a DP. You know what I'm saying? I had a whole crew, and I wasn't necessarily the one working the camera. I was more able to be a producer, just kind of share vision, give
Right.
pointers, and really think about what that end result was going to be. So use case is absolutely going to be critical, but run and gun, like, what I'm saying, me by myself, and especially in the faith-based space where both of us exist. I mean, I'm doing videos at the church for announcements and whatever else, and I'm not doing FX3. I'm not doing FX6. Honestly, I would use the ZVE10 in those
Yeah.
scenarios, but because I have access to a FX30, I do use that, but
With
I
a
don't know that
great,
I would do.
so the 10 is going to be good with a great lens, and I think the 30
Absolutely.
paired with a Tamron or a Sigma lens is going to be good. I mean, if you can step up to any of these other type lenses, I really feel like eventually I want to do some anamorphic work just
Okay.
to try it. Just to try it to see what kind of visuals I can come out. I really want to do some cinema line lenses only because I love the clarity that I get out of my Sigmas, right? And I love the
Yeah.
clarity and the look of my podcast with the Sigmas, right? And the
Yeah.
Tamron. But I do think that I could take it to another step. There's two things that I want to do. I don't have to do, and you guys listen to this, and we get back to the Black Friday deals.
Want to do versus
Want
have
to
to do.
do. I don't have to do these two things, all right, at all. But once you do something and you want to take it to the next level, so color grading is something I want to do. I don't
Yeah.
need to color grade,
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
because the images that I'm getting that I can see while I'm there, it shortcuts the whole editing
It
process
does.
for a podcast.
It
Now,
does.
we're not talking about corporate work. We're not talking about doing a documentary, okay? So I know I need to step up. If I want to do those things, I need to step up and be practiced with color grading. All right.
Yeah.
And the other thing is getting cinema lenses just to be able to have a little bit more of a unique look that I could, if someone catches this or see my work, it's, man, that looks like Strick stuff.
Yeah. So it gives it a
That's it.
little more. Yeah, that's good. Such a signature, right?
A signature. The cinema lens, they're not like perfect lenses. They shouldn't be perfect. They should have some type of artifact that they
Grit.
bring to you, some grit to it that they bring to you that helps you tell a story, even with the videos. And you can do it with podcasting. I really like the clean look that I have right now. I just want to be, because I'm recording weekly, to be able to be trained on color grading weekly,
Wow.
to work with a cinema lens weekly, will help me to be better when that client does come. I know how to do it.
Man, that I couldn't agree with you more. And I think these are the types of conversations that you kind of have to have. I do want to say this because you talked about your podcast, and I have been following, and it's just the quality, man, is just it blows my mind. And I can't forget the conversation we had when you were here physically in my home studio, when we were talking about my podcast and what I was doing, my workflow. And there was a mistake. There's something I shared that was incorrect.
Okay.
And I have since learned that is indeed incorrect. And it's mostly because I'm not the one editing my videos anymore. But Ecamm records one in 4K. Everything else is a 1080p. So if you're using ISO in Ecamm, it's just the program view that it'll record in 4K. It does not record the individual cameras in 4K. It records those in 1080p. So that I was incorrect on, and that has actually caused me to really rethink how I'm doing certain things. Maybe have somebody actually come in and switch while we're live, while we're recording, because then I can get the whole thing in 4K.
4K.
Yeah. So it caused me to kind of relook at how I'm going to do some things. But I keep on looking at your podcast, and I remember you saying that you're recording it to camera, right? You're recording it to the camera with SD cards, and then you're syncing video. So you're doing that whole process.
In post, editing in post. So
yeah.
So let me ask you this question, since you're talking about that. Why would you want it in 4K? Like the end product, why have it in 4K?
That is a very good question. Just honestly, future proofing, but what I'm doing in terms of, I think one of the things I'm constantly thinking about is the fact that a brand or a potential sponsor is going to see the content, and I want them to see themselves in the content. One of the check boxes that I've seen a lot of brands looking for these days is like, is your podcast 1080p or is it 4K? And you just want to be able to check that box. I don't know if that's going to be a major hindrance or not, but I can definitely do 4K. All my equipment is 4K. So to me, I would rather have it be in 4K because I have equipment that can do 4K. All of these cameras can do 4K. So now it's just an issue of, okay, well, now if the capture process is the limiting factor. Now, Rodecaster Video also does 1080p. ATEM Mini, doesn't matter which model, even the Extreme only does 1080p. I think it's only the YOLO Extreme, or the top of the line, the one that has 8 inputs or whatever it is. That's the only one that I know of that actually records, and it doesn't record all 8. It records 4 or 5 inputs in 4K, which is more than enough for a podcast. So that's the only device that I've seen that does that. So, we're not talking about something that, it's a limitation of just Ecamm or anything else. Recording all of those inputs in 4K is a major heavy lift that you're asking of your processor, and of your machine, of your system, sincerely. I mean, so there's some valid reasons there, but I'm just thinking that through, and I'm saying, okay, if I'm going to get in front of a brand that is only looking to sponsor 4K podcasts, I want to be able to check that box. I don't want to leave anything on the table. I want to leave anything on the table. So that's really it. Yeah.
And I haven't answered that question too. Mine is only because I can. So even right now, we're streaming in 4K. You
Let's
know, a
go.
couple of years ago, I got the AT&T fiber, and it allows
Mhm.
me to be able to have like 300 upload
Up.
speed. I only
Let's
need
go.
15 to stream in 4K. So guess what? Because I want to do it. And you're right. If, from a future proofing standpoint, or people watching this on television,
Right, right,
they're
right.
gonna be able to see our heads as big as I can get it in 4K. They may be able to see like all the wrinkles in my face and all of that. I want
Listen,
that to happen. I want that to
absolutely.
happen.
We
So
we,
so let
we
me.
absolutely want that to happen.
I'm gonna do this real quick. I should have already had this ready, but it was
Oh
just
man,
me
you're good.
earlier today.
You're
So
good,
I want
man.
to get you here. And Kerwin says the price of the A series don't really go down much at all. I think they went up on those cameras. Maybe with the bundle deal, those deals are hard to detect if you really deals or not,
Yeah.
and
No,
and, and that's true.
I agree with you. I just haven't really written down the numbers, but I feel like the price over the years has actually gone back up.
Yeah,
I paid less than what you showed on screen. I paid less than that for my A6400 for sure.
yeah, yeah. And I
But
think
but
I
I
did
did
too.
I did also buy it used, but it wasn't, so I just feel like that price has gone up.
I think it has too. I bought a couple for a client, and I don't think I paid that amount for it for those clients, but it was on B&H. That being said, let's get back to it. Let's see what
Let's
B&H
go. Let's go.
is talking about.
What they got for Black Friday, man?
Let's check it out. I guess I didn't move fast enough on my. There we go. I'm trying to get you in.
I
And
thought I thought I was already on there, honestly.
not
There we
on
go.
this one. So these are all different windows that I
Okay,
have
got you.
up. So I'm gonna have to do this a couple of times. Um,
All good.
so there's a couple of things, and I was all over the place with them on this, on what some of their holiday sales are. They still have early bird deals, so I don't think they have dropped all of
Yeah.
their cameras yet. But since we were talking about the A
64.
series, let's
Yeah.
see what, because this is where I got mine from, and let's see what they're doing. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
The holiday savings are $200. That's really like $100 savings. Or is that a saving from what we saw? Am I
I,
wrong?
I feel like this is, yeah,
Hold
it's
on.
comparable to what we saw. What were you? You were on Sony.com before?
Yeah.
I feel like it's I feel like B&H is more.
So
Yeah.
they sell so
Oh,
okay.
okay. It was
So
the
Sony's
6100. Okay.
yeah. So we're looking at $899, $900, $200 discount. So back on B&H, let's resetting
Mm,
it. Let's reset it. So it's okay.
oh, reset. Okay.
A
It's in the history right there.
I mean, it's
Okay.
the same. It's the same deal. It's the same deal. They beat Sony's website by $2. Yeah,
Uh,
do you need those $2?
I mean, it's also preference. People may like the checkout process on B&H more than they do on Sony.
So one of the things that I have found, guys, to help with companies like B&H, they don't do it as much. That's why I have gone to Adorama. Let's go
Hmm.
here,
Hmm.
because they did accept me from the business plan.
Let's go.
So, um, come on, Ecamm.
There we
It's
go.
Ecamm. It is definitely me. Um, so I get a business discount.
Okay. I love
On
this press and
Adorama?
hold.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
I get it too.
Got to make sure I'm not a bot. I'm not a bot, but Kurt could
It
be.
says press and hold again. That's crazy. Anything could be a bot at this point. I mean, honestly, I don't know why a bot can't do that. There we
You know, I'm
go.
actually going through the widget process, so it could be anything in it, and I'm still holding the button here,
Oh,
and it's
really?
thinking.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And this may have happened last time, and I just kind of went past it. But I'm trying because I do feel like they have just as good of deals as B&H.
Right.
And I have my own personal, not own personal, but you'll get a sales rep that you can email or call and say, hey, this is what I want. And when I was doing a big buy for a client, I was able to send like my spreadsheet, and then they sent me all the prices. And they were definitely better prices that I was able to get from a business standpoint.
Oh, wow.
So
No, that's really dope.
yeah, yeah. So that's okay.
Yeah.
I tried
Sometimes
a couple times.
so I love the widget, but I think there are some interaction things that you aren't able to do. So that's you're almost better off finding the link and then pasting the link into the widget.
No, no, that's what
Um,
I have. I have the link pasted in.
okay, got you.
Yeah.
And
So we talked about you know, we've been talking about Sony so much. We haven't even talked about Canons because we're Sony people, and
yeah, and I mean, yeah. No, and let me be clear. I want to say this, man. I got some friends who shoot with Canon video and pictures. Man, it's clean, man. I'm
yeah.
not, there's no shade at all. It's really clean stuff.
Well, you know who I blame? I blame a couple of people for us being Sony folks. I mean, and number one, Sony does make a great camera, get great hybrid camera. They were the first that came out to really help with video,
Yeah,
like really focusing on video.
yeah,
But it was Miss D,
yep. Lady D,
lady
Lady
going.
D.
She took us from the Canon, what's that, M50 to the
Yeah,
Sony 6400s, and we just got stuck there.
I still remember the reel she put out where she had like the M50 falling asleep
Oh man,
because of the timeout. I was just like, oh, it's so savage. Oh my word! But I will say, yeah, no, Sony was also really ahead of their time, in my opinion. I mean, A6400 still has clean HDMI out. Many
yes,
of the cameras that Canon put out at that time frame when the A6400 dropped, the Canon cameras didn't have clean HDMI out
they did
anything
not.
anywhere.
They did not.
You had to install software to get that. One of the softwares that you could use to get clean HDMI off of a Canon was Ecamm Live. Like, so
Right.
many people who came to this community came because they were trying to use their Canon camera and couldn't. And so they
Wow.
found Ecamm Live to be like a solution that would help them to kind of leapfrog this issue with their current camera. And so that was one of the metrics that several of us found it based off of. But no, so Sony has been in that game for a long time. But the other thing that we don't talk about is the autofocus, y'all. Like,
That's a big point.
it's a
Big
big,
point.
big selling factor for Sony, man. Big selling factor. And I'll be honest, Strick, that YOLO S3, the
Uh huh.
autofocus is crazy, bro.
I've heard about it. Now I've seen all of
Oh my
the
word.
reviews, and of course I would love to have a smaller form factor. I got a couple of these cameras that I could trade in to get a little bit of anything, and
Right,
I've
right.
really thought about some more lighting. I wanted
Mhm.
some more practical lighting inside of
Right,
my podcast,
right.
and I saw some things that I want. I think it's the nano light or something like that,
Hmm.
that has the attachment where you can, make it look like a window in the back. And I'm not talking about the small rig one. I'm talking about the larger
The
ones.
Go, it's like a Gobo, or I don't know.
It's that goes on the front, and it just kind of adds a little bit of light treatment. My guests actually sit in the window,
Hmm.
and where I sit is towards the wall on the other side with there's absolutely no light. So I need to put some practical lighting or some lighting on the wall behind me. And I do have some
Ah, I see.
options, but I want to be able to pick up something different. Um, and it's something similar to this Godox right here, but with an attachment on it, on the light.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Let me see if they have it down here. But it's an attachment that you can put on a light that allow it to do some other things.
But Small Rig has something like that.
They
We
do.
just did a It's like a flashlight almost.
So
Yeah.
so that flashlight does work, but
Mhm.
I need something a little bigger.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Got you.
so I
Got you.
need
Got you.
a bigger light based on the space that I'm in. Those flashlights, they look good, but they're really for a small studio.
They
So
really are.
home studio, it would be good. But for where I'm at, I actually have two of those things. It's not a small rig, it's another company, and the output is just not there.
Got you.
The
We just
output is
did
just
some
not there.
giveaways at a conference I was running. I was running the tech lab at a conference last week, and we did a giveaway of we gave two of those small rig LED lights that have
Mm-hmm.
all they have like maybe 10 different attachments on there. So you could make like a window, you could make
Uh-huh.
like all kinds of different little things on them. But yeah,
I think they're really cool. I actually do have one. I have two of them,
I
but
mean, like even for the space that you're in, because I've been to your home
perfect.
studio.
Uh-huh.
I still need to get down to your main studio. I need to come down and see that thing for real.
Man, I really want you to come to see this podcast, and I need some extra eyes. But the people from the city that I'm interviewing right now, like you, it would not be a waste of time just to be in the room.
No, seriously,
Like
I need to just get on. Yeah, after the live, I definitely need to get with you. Figure out a day
I
I can
put you
come
like
down.
this. I put you like this. Not only that, but I also think that we need to partner with something because I need to get Kevin Wooten out of the house too. And instead of bringing him
Oh,
to Birmingham, maybe I can just bring him to your place.
Kelvin, listen, I was hanging with him this past weekend. We were both at this conference that was here locally.
That's awesome.
Tabitha Brown was there.
No way.
Yeah, Tabitha Brown was there. Eric Thomas was there. Uh, who else came through? What's his name was on the schedule, but his flight got canceled. John Maxwell was on the schedule to speak as well.
No way.
Yeah, man, I was really geeked for that, but his flight got canceled. He's got he was flying a private jet, so they grounded those first.
That's true.
you
That's
know,
true.
when you're living like that, you're living like that. So
Man, they just don't have enough deals like on these Sony's the EV10, man. It would be good to have a real discount on this thing.
yeah, that's 798. It's been holding at that price for years. And is that the original or is that the two? That's the original, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Mark II of that is actually, it's a very different camera.
So
Like,
what would be the difference? This is the camera that is close to no, I would say that it's very similar to the 6400.
so the 6400 and the ZVE10, I would say, are not handheld cameras. They don't have IBIS.
They don't have IBIS, right? You had to step up. Right now it's the 6700.
Absolutely. And so the ZVE10 Mark II is supposed to have better IBIS, but I really haven't tested it. So I hold that with an open hand, y'all. I don't know, but I'm told it has better IBIS, I should say, in body image stabilization, which is what that stands for. And then it has a number of other features and functions that people really wanted on that first gen ZVE10. So I actually did put it in a studio for a client because we just couldn't find the original. I was wanted to find the original because they had a tight budget, but we found the Mark II, and I just said, okay, well, I guess that's what we'll get. So,
And it worked for them.
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're in this scenario, it's a talking head kind of thing. They're not moving the camera around at all. But I
Gotcha.
really want to test it in an environment where either you have it on a gimbal or you have it handheld and you're just recording that way, and to see what that image quality or stabilization looks like.
I was trying to see if
Because
I did
yeah,
could find that Mark II.
yeah, I don't know. It's not selling. It doesn't. I don't see it very often. Whenever I do a search as well, I'm usually seeing the first gen as well. So it's kind of crazy.
There it is. Oh my God. It jumps up there, brother.
Yeah, So it and it's body only, $1,000. And so then it becomes a question of like, okay, am I buying this or am I buying the FX30?
And I'm buying the 30.
I'm buying the 30 every single time. So this is where I have my questions with Sony, because
That's
I
what we're saying,
struggled to
Andre. We're
find.
saying the same thing, Andre. Yes, sir.
Yeah, there we go. May as well get the 30.
That's right. That is
Yeah,
right.
I don't know, man. I guess I just really don't understand how they, because I'm looking on Amazon right now, bro. The original Sony ZV-E10, no, body only, $698, bro. $698. That's not even a deal. That's just what it costs. And I can tell you for sure that I have purchased this again, because on either side of me right now I have two ZV-E10s. Like, my hands are literally sitting on top of two ZV-E10s. Because when you came to the studio, that's what I was using.
Right.
But yeah, oh yeah, there you go. Are you looking at the side of it now? There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that gets a lot of people with that micro HDMI.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have, and this is the other thing that I like about the FX30 that is that stands out, is the dual card slots.
Dual card slot and full HDMI.
And full HDMI. So if you're doing client work, I'm not saying, like, I'll put it to you like this. I believe that cards back in the day are different than they are now. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't think the cards are like what we have now. Okay. But back in the day, those cards would malfunction, and probably don't malfunction as much as they used to, especially if you get some of the good ones.
Yeah.
But to have that backup, if you're doing a wedding or client work and you don't have to reshoot something because you got the backup, it's just a peace of mind that you can get. Or I have to see if this would work. I have to see if this would work if you could actually have it to where, hey, if you're doing something, it'll go from one card to the next. I may be built that way as well. I know that you can get it as a backup, but I want to see if it'll go from one card to the next. If one stops, the other one will start up. I want to be sure that.
You mean, yeah, if you fill up one, will it continue on to the other? I definitely know that it does the backup piece, but I don't know if it'll kind of fail over to the other. But having the dual cards is clutch. Yeah. But then, also there's some utilities that are built in now. Sony has, when I was at Creator Camp, David Hunt was with me. We were there together, I should say. He was there attending this year as well. One of the things he was doing, he was shooting. I think he had the A7C, but he was shooting with that, and the pictures were automatically syncing over to his laptop, wireless.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
There's some utilities, pictures and videos, and so we were doing all kinds of stuff, and the fact that he could. That kind of workflow is what I'm always after, because it reduces so much friction of having to like physically take a card and dump it and put it back in the camera.
So I had to learn a lot, and I got to give credit where credit is due. The chef girl, are you familiar with her work?
Oh yeah, I follow her.
So she mentioned one day the OWC cards, the EX Express cards.
Okay.
Because my files are so large on a 30-minute, 45-minute podcast,
right.
I was having some problems with the SanDisk stuff. So I have tons of these cards sitting on my desk right now for editing stuff, right? But this really does work. It speeded everything up. Definitely did do that. It was an investment, however. With 2 cards or 3 cards, it was definitely an investment. And Andre here is really, really appreciative, learning a lot to enhance my Zoom webinars and Bible. There you go, brother. Man, that's what we're here for. If we can turn up a Bible study with some great content and some looking good, people will just act different when they see you coming through, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes,
So
indeed.
$698, is that used? Kerwin, is that
No,
used?
that's brand new. I think he's
That's
talking about
brand
the
new for the
ZVV10.
EZV10. I got
The
you. I got you.
ZVE10 body only is $698. I was saying that I see it on Amazon, and that's not even a sale. So I think that's pretty much, we're not really seeing Black Friday pricing on that quite yet.
Gotcha.
That's just what the pricing is.
Let's
Now they're
see.
saying that it's 13% off because it says the original price is $800, but it's just not what I see.
Is what we've talked about before. They can make those prices whatever they want it to be, right?
Yeah, they can shift them around. They can do whatever they want. Okay, Best Buy, let's go. Best Buy is in the running. There you go. Same. Yeah, there's the Mark 10 as well. Man, that's actually Mark 2. That's actually more. And that price isn't that the same price as the FX30 at that point?
It's close, but this one does have the lens. The other one we were looking at didn't have a lens.
So true. It's okay. That's
but who wants a 16 to 50 millimeter
Nobody.
kit
And
lens?
it's a kit lens too.
Yeah, who wants a kit lens? No, thank you.
No, thank you. Note to those who are watching. Skip the kit lens, y'all.
Don't get the kit lens. I'm glad you were able to get on Adorama. But that's really cool. I really do feel like they have better prices. But yeah. So a little bit better prices to me.
Yeah.
And then because of the business thing, so there you go. No new. Okay.
Yeah. So body only, brand new.
No lens. You don't need a lens.
No lens, man. No lens.
And I don't think that I really dove into all the stuff that Newer had available for a discount. So, and for their Black Friday deals, guys, please look at this. You just never know what's out there for you that you could get on a Black Friday deal, because if you're looking for something, 50% off, 40% off, 30% off, and it's a variety of their products, but it's built for content creators.
Right.
So, dive into it and see if there's something there that you need. I will be watching. I'm a C-stand guy. You can never have too many C-stands, okay? So watching those prices and getting good deals could go a long way. If you are new, no matter how good this ring light gets and how much they discount it, don't get it. Okay?
Don't get it.
Don't get it.
Don't get it.
It's going to look good, but price-wise, and you see everybody with a ring light, it is very hard for you to actually set yourself up the right way. Even with, let me say this, from lighting people or trying to get to be the best content creator and lighter, period, the last thing you want to do is to have your light facing your face, and you got your camera. You see here, the camera is inside of the light here. It gives you such a flat look.
They're breaking so many rules, man.
They're breaking a lot of rules, and the way you change colors by putting on a orange thing around it. No, don't do that. There's a better way of spending $119.
$119, bro. Like $119. That's crazy.
A lot of money. Now, it's an 18-inch ring light, and I'm not saying ring lights are bad automatically, but just this form factor here to put your phone in the middle of it is not going to give you the best look that you can have. All right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm not dogging Newer. It's just there's other ways to be able to get a great look. All right?
Totally agree.
So I really like soft boxes, guys. I really do. I like the bigger you can get, the better for me. All right. If you have the space now, for the podcast, Kirk, where I'm at, I have the space to be able to put on a huge softbox. So I'm thinking I'm like a 42 or 50, but I just feel like the bigger the better.
Yeah, the bigger the better, man. The bigger the better.
And we've talked about these prices. Anything on your mind that you're thinking, hey man, people really need to be looking out for this during Black Friday deals?
Um, don't never under you kind of touched on it a second ago, but never underestimate storage, y'all.
Yeah,
Um, you can't go wrong, having if you're in the market for some SD cards or even an external, high speed drive. Black Friday is a great time to grab some of those. I've been covering those the last couple of years. If you and again, like I said, if you're in the market for it, that's a great time. You're looking at lighting right now. I think lighting is also huge. Also, sound, audio.
right,
If you're in the market, if some of these larger than life brands like this one decides to do a deal, pay attention, take advantage
right,
of it,
right,
because you just cannot beat it. You cannot beat it. The investment, in my opinion, goes in order of importance: audio, lighting, then your shot, setting up the shot, whatever that requires, right? If that's a camera, if it's setting up your background, whatever it is, but setting up the shot, I do that third, but audio first, lighting second. Lighting, man, if you can get lighting right. I mean, I think having learned from a person, and I don't consider myself to be an expert, but having learned from somebody who is by every stretch of the imagination an expert, and he's telling me he's still learning lighting, I'm like, okay, well, this is a lifelong thing. So
it
I just
is.
life lighting is definitely a huge component to really sink your teeth into and to play with. You just never know the effect of what a light will have on your entire setup. It's like
I
me, I
agree.
like to have it kind of moody. I like to have it kind of shadowy. I don't, Tom Buck, I love his lighting profile, but it's bright. It's,
It's bright,
I mean, the entire room is bright.
bright,
And
right.
so, I've never tried that. Not with control. Let me say it that way. If I open these windows that are in my studio, I get a lot of natural light coming in, but I feel like I can't control it.
Right.
So, there's just a lot to consider. When it comes onto these things. And some of it is going to be gear related, but some of it's just going to be you learning and understanding, your equipment and your craft better. And then just kind of exploring as well.
I agree.
Um, yeah, taking a look at stuff, different shows and different things, different pieces of content, different styles. And what would you like? I mean, listen, if you guys haven't been checking out Strick's show, he can't tell you this because it's his show, it's self-serving. But if you haven't been checking out his podcast, Strick City, I'm telling you, guys, I'm
Man, I
telling
appreciate
you,
it, Kirk. Thank you,
you owe
man.
it. No, I mean this sincerely. You owe it to yourself. Now the content is fire, but I firmly believe that some of what we are doing as a community at Ecamm is we're looking around to see where can I find, you borrow pieces. Strick
Right,
has a specific style, but he's also borrowed pieces from different people he's seen along the way. And so you could see something he's doing and be like, oh man, I really kind of like that.
right.
Never really thought of doing something that quite that way. So you definitely want to take a look, man. And whenever I tell people to take a look, I don't mean just take a cursory, like, watch it for 5 minutes. I mean, consume a couple of episodes, catch the feel and the vibe and the, you know what I mean? It's more than just the equipment and the setup. It's how he delivers as well. And some of that may drastically improve what you're doing for your content as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kirk, I appreciate that. We've been doing this for a while, and you got to pick up something. You got to learn
Oh yeah,
something. And
absolutely.
having my own podcast is niched down to my community with people that I know, so I get a chance to talk to my friends. Basically, and instead of going to get coffee or having lunch with somebody, we sit down and do a podcast together. And I really get a chance to catch up with them and ask questions I would normally ask, if we were sitting down together. And it goes a long way. But I've learned that I'll share with everybody.
Come on.
You can put yourself in a box and feel like it's gotta be lit a particular way. It's gotta sound a particular way. It's gotta look a particular way, and lose all of your creativity. When I did
Mm,
radio for a very long time, in the beginning, I broke rules that I didn't know I was breaking. Okay. I was
right.
ignorant to the rules of radio and it didn't sound good. And then once I learned the rules of radio, I still broke them, but I broke them with knowing what I was doing to bring emphasis in a different way. Now I'm doing this with video because I really like lighting the videos. I really
Right.
like how you can light something to have a particular mood. You know, in my studio that I'm at is actually I'm in the lobby of an entrepreneur center. And in that lobby,
Wow.
I get
Wow.
natural light coming in. So in my podcast, I don't know if you ever noticed this, but in the beginning is lit one way, and by the time it's ended, because sun is going
Coming
down, the
down.
sun
Right.
is actually moving the whole time.
I've
And
seen
I
that.
actually feel like it's not controlled, but it's
Yeah.
something that, unbeknownst to the person looking at it, is sending a message the whole time. Like your eye catches it, your brain catches it, but you're not aware. Like, why is that so different? So it keeps you engaged because the whole time the set looks different from beginning to end because of the lighting in the background changes the whole time. Now, I did have to kind of light my background a little more
Right. Right.
because it was getting too dark for me. I was in space behind me, so I had to figure that part out. But you just kind of live and learn. But if you never start and you never know, use the information that you already have to create something, you really
Right.
miss out.
Man, there's so much that you're sharing so much, and I think it's experiential, y'all. Like
It
it's
is.
gonna come over time. It's gonna, I was talking with a coaching client, a new client that I just recently onboarded, and we're going through some things. And he's like, "Man, when do we get to the setup? When do we get to the setup? When do we get to the gear? When do we dial in my look?" And I'm like, we've been doing that the whole time. We've been doing
Right.
that, you know. You're waiting for me to actually give you a list of things to buy. No, we've been tweaking and making changes and stuff with what you currently have, and
Have.
you'll arrive there at in due time, but it isn't going to be something that's just like boom, just do this. Many
Right.
times it's what people want is like, hey, copy paste, just give me exactly what you got. And if that's what they want, I'll facilitate. But I also really love what you're talking about. Just leaning into the current scenario and situation that you're in. So for right now, in the space that you're set up at, that's what you got, and you're
That's what I
working with it.
got. I'm working with it,
And I
and I
love
kind of
that.
like it. I really
Yeah,
like it. It may be breaking some rules, but I also feel like it brings a little bit of creativity to the set,
I
and it's
think so.
making me be more creative behind the scenes of how do I like this now? How can I do something different? Because of what I have, time change. So guess what? It's going to get darker a whole lot quicker. I need to add more lights to my
More light.
background. So all of those things, along with people watching it, and now they're beginning to respond to my calls and be like, "Hey, we want to come." You know, when your peers are excited about hanging out with you, it just makes it so much different. Like you put more into it. So it's been a really, really good experience. That being said, I know I want to wrap up here, but we do have a question.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Vix Cooler Chicken Barbecue. That's what's up, man. I listen. I'm sure it tastes good. I'm sure it tastes good. Do you like the ear headphones more than the over ear, and why? So in ear headphones better than the over ear headphones. So you
Yeah.
wanna attack it?
So I do like in ear rather than over ear because it is a little more inconspicuous. But I do like what you have better than what I have. So mine is actually designed to come down the front, whereas yours are designed to go down the back. And I just feel like if you want to monitor, if you're gonna monitor your live stream, your podcast, whatever, you definitely want to have something that, and if especially if you're on camera, right? So Strick is on. This is his show. He's self-produced, right? So there's not some man in the background that's doing all the things, which
Right,
means he's got to monitor. Otherwise, he can't hear me. Number one, as a guest, but number two, he can't hear what he sounds like. And if he gets
right.
into a scene that's muted or whatever, you want to have that quick feedback, that feedback loop. That's what these do. So
Or you never be able to hear the applause from the sound that you have coming up.
there you go. But the other, so podcast style, I do like the dome headphones. I feel like, you're the look screams we're prioritizing the audio. We're
Right,
not necessarily prioritizing what it looks like on video, even though we're capturing it on video. And that's become a look. Like mic in shot has become a look. Um, you know, big dome headphones, that has become a look.
right.
But then, There are some podcasts that have none of the above. You walk in and you sit down. They've got boom mics everywhere. They're all out of the shot. They have a producer who's listening, and there's a lot of post work that's done. So they're not even really concerned with how it's being captured. They know that it's going to get captured. They're going to figure it out in post, how to give people the best audio experience. I just don't feel like people who are in this space, for the 12 of you that are watching right now, you guys are in that same shape. So you definitely want to have some monitors, some in-ear monitors that give you that real-time feedback, and you want them to be good.
Right.
Make an investment in your IEMs, y'all. Like,
Right.
you want it to be true sound. You want it to, you want to get a good feel of what this is going to sound like when other people are listening to it as well.
Now, you mentioned that yours was coming through the front and mine in the back. You sure you couldn't just throw it behind you?
Yeah, I tried. When I put it behind me, it wants to come out of my ear. Having it come down the front like that, it actually hooks on a lot better. Yeah, it keeps it stable. So I have tried them both ways, but this way they don't feel like they're falling out every 2 seconds, and I'm always playing with it. So what I want to get some like
the plastic on the ends or the thing on the ends to make it tighter.
I have.
Okay.
I even tried to cinch the thing up in the back, but this model is not that it's not that kind.
I got you. So I will say this as well. A preference is a big thing. So the over the ear headphones. I moved them out of here. They're gonna have additional noise cancellation. Okay, so if you're in an environment that you need to really, really hear everything, having that over your ear is going to help you hear more about what's going on. Gamers use it because they're talking to each other and playing games, and they want to be able to hear every nuance of it, along with what Kirk was saying about the audio in a podcast, being able to hear the person's voice and all that other kind of stuff. In this case, is not what we're doing from a talking head standpoint. We're using in-ear monitors because we can't have the speakers going in in our studio live. So everything is muted. If I take this out, I wouldn't be able to hear anything that Kurt is saying. So I need in-ear or some type of headphones to be able to do this. Yes, you could use over the ear for this as well. I am just a minimalist. I like for things to be minimal as possible. So much to the fact that even if I wanted to, I could take one out and still monitor what's going on in the stream. So I could look this way. He's like, man, he didn't have anything in his ear because it's on the other side.
On the other side. Yep.
So I've done that. In the newscasters, and I think a lot of us did go after the CNN look and newscaster look for some of our streams, and they just use one ear, and it's really like a clear one that they have going back, and you can barely see that they have one. Now the ones they use are far more expensive than the ones that we use, but that's the whole thing about the in-ear. I like to be minimal as much as I can, and that's why I use these as well. So yes, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming through today. Yeah, man, y'all are so cool, man. That would be cool to have studio lights that go gradually increase.
Yeah, I saw that.
Lighting temperature. Yeah, I think it would be.
That would be.
I think it would be.
That's an idea whose time has come.
Yeah, practical lighting, right? That changed a little bit. Practical lighting, of course, they also have to have full, Of course.
So,
you want to have a full production team when you do that other stuff. So, good question, though. Good question. And just think about what you feel more comfortable with. If you feel more comfortable and you're really gravitating towards that gaming over the ear headphone look, like if you really like that, go for it.
Yeah.
If you like streamlining it, try it both ways. These things, make an investment. I don't think they're that expensive. So you wouldn't kill the bank just trying some things.
No, I would definitely try it out.
And then with mine, I will tell you this. I don't know how you do it, Kirk, but I do have an extender on mine. So I did have to buy an extender through Amazon to make the cable longer to go to my Rodecaster Pro.
Yeah.
And man, if we we could probably go for a while talking about Rodecaster and what they provide with audio, man. Like, if you
Best
don't
of the
have a
bunch, man.
Rodecaster, you may be missing out a little bit. I don't care if it's the microphone, but getting a Rode product is a really, really big deal to have it in your studio setup. And that's an endorsement I'm not getting paid for. But I
Yeah.
will tell you this. Ecamm, if you're watching and you don't have Ecamm, they have a Black Friday sale going on as well for
Ding.
new
Yes.
customers. All right, so if you're a new customer, I think that is 40% on a annual plan, which you want to get anyway. All right, this is
Yeah.
something that you're gonna go live. You want to live stream. You want to record your content. Ecamm is definitely a way to go to make it simpler. You're able to do some live broadcasting right in your home. That's why I
Yeah.
like it. Now you have to have a Mac computer to be able to do it. But right now, getting the M1, M2, M3, M4 iPad Mini is just a way to go. I think it's all the way down. You probably could find one for $500 to get started into the ecosystem. And if you have an iPhone and an iPad, you're already in the ecosystem. Just go ahead and change over and get you a Mac, and your life will
You're
never
already
be the
there, man.
same.
You're
Yes.
already there. I'll say this. We have my wife runs a nonprofit that supports local businesses, and so one of the things we're doing for Black Friday is a kind of a home shopping network kind of a thing, right? And
Okay.
so we've opened it up for businesses to buy a slot. And what we've been doing over the last couple of days, we did some today and we end tomorrow, is just recording those spots with the businesses that have paid. And then on Black Friday, we'll go live and we'll air those spots on a loop almost. So we have about maybe 4 or 5 hours of content, but we're going to loop it for the entire day. And but it's Ecamm live at the center of all of it, man.
Wow.
Ecamm live at the center of all of it. And we're recording everything all as if it was live, as if it was live. I'm actually gonna send you the link. I don't know if you have time to try and grab this link, man. But yeah, we're recording the whole thing as if it's live. We just were showing some behind the scenes stuff today, but you'll see like there's a home shopping network kind of a blurb at the bottom. It's got the QR code. It's got the pricing. It really has the look and feel of a home shopping network. Ecamm Live is just an absolutely phenomenal product. One of the things that we did is like, so we had one guy, he came in, he had 2 pieces of artwork. So I did, just used my gimbal and my phone, recorded, 20 seconds going around that artwork, and then dropped that into Ecamm Live as one of the scenes. And so while they were talking about it, I would play that video, and as my wife was interviewing him, and it's just, again, Ecamm Live, just so many
That's
functions and
awesome.
features that you can do with this thing. And it just makes so much possible that you would never have thought, man, I didn't even think I could do that. And so, yeah, FX30, and a Sony A6000, I think, one with a 50 millimeter, one with a 30 millimeter. It's crazy what's possible. And you would think we're like on some expensive set. We're in our living room. So
That's
it's
awesome.
just crazy how much things.
But Billy, did you hear what he said he's doing though? He's already sold it. He recorded it and he's gonna go live on Black Friday.
Yep.
So he
Live on Black
sold it to
Friday.
the brands, local companies, and he's
Yep.
gonna go live on Black Friday and
Yep.
just play the recorded commercials for those clients.
Yep. Every businesses could buy a
That's
15-minute
awesome.
slot. Depending on what package they went with, they may get like a promo that we would play every hour or whatever. If depending on what package, we broke it down into the different tiers, but that's what my wife does. She's really dope at that kind of thing. Just really
Wow.
making it, it's one of those things. It's like, I think sometimes when we think about these skill sets that we're learning in this community as streamers or as creators, we really pigeonhole ourselves into how
That's
we can
true.
monetize.
That's true.
It's got to be with the brand. It's got to be with YouTube AdSense or whatever. But you've learned skills. You can actually stream, and there's so many people like one of the couple of people that we recorded with today. Their only request was like, "Are you only going to do this for Black Friday? Can you do this for like New Year's and Black History Month and
That's
Juneteenth, and
awesome. That's
can you do this
awesome.
in several other areas? And I was like, yeah, absolutely we can. And they were like, yeah, because I would want to be involved every single time you do this project. So
Wow.
it's like, okay,
So what
they
platform are you using? Is it your wife's YouTube
YouTube,
channel?
yeah,
Like,
YouTube channel for her nonprofit. It's called Huntsville Black Owned Businesses. Yeah.
oh my gosh.
So
Go
yeah,
get it, man. Go
yeah.
get it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
and
that's
it's
an
it's
excellent idea.
crazy, just using your skills to be able to monetize. And so we put it out there, and people were like, "Yeah, we would love to do that," and you're gonna do all the work. What? And they're thinking we're gonna do the editing and that. They don't know that they're gonna walk in. We're gonna record it one time, one take, live to drive, and then that's what we're gonna do. And it's just, yeah, again, man, Ecamm Live. I
You
can't
can.
say
I love
enough
it.
about it. I can't say enough.
So one of the things I learned, and I'm gonna bring this back up, and I need to start recording some behind the scenes so people can see what it really takes to get this look smooth like DJ Strick. So you need to I will tell you
You
this.
do, Kerwin, go do it.
I I've been doing client work for a while, but until I did it and put it on my own channel, like the whole mindset of being my own client first, or being my own client, let me not say first, but making sure that people could see me doing some of the things that I'm teaching and talking about.
Mhm.
Because if I did client work, it would go up on their page, right?
Yep.
Nobody would know I was doing it. And because I have been doing this for so long, guess what, Kirk? People are calling and saying, "Hey, Strick, I want to look like you look. You look so good. Like, how do I do that?" So a
Yep.
lot of this stuff gets to be a calling card. Gets to
That's
be a calling card.
I love that. BTS is, if you're gonna follow me on IG, you're gonna get a steady stream of BTS,
Right.
because I just feel like I'm constantly behind the scenes. I'm
Right.
constantly behind the scenes. So I'm gonna make sure that people see, because for especially for those who follow the brands that I work with, in particular the media ministry that I work with as well, they don't get to see that other look. And so a
Right.
lot of them became to start following me because they want to get that other look of like, okay, we saw the end product, we saw what the show looks like, but hey, we follow Kirk to be able to see what the other side of the camera looks like. What are they
Wow.
doing to get that specific setup? And a lot of questions, a lot of DMs. Yeah, it's one of the things that my coach says: be the content. You
Oh, I
are the
like that.
content.
You
Yeah,
are the
yeah,
content.
yeah.
You
You
are
are
the
the content.
content. So I say it all the time, local companies better learn live selling before their competitors do. Lots of opportunity. You are so right
You're
with that,
so
dude.
right.
You are
Billy,
so
you
right.
ain't never lie.
They
I
better
love
get it
what I love
together.
what Kerwin says as well. I need to start. Oh no, we read that one. We read that one. Yeah. Uh, I'm checking it out now. Kerwin says, "Hey man, thank you for checking it out." And Strick, thanks for posting it. Again, it's one of those things where it's like I really feel like there's so many ideas we have that we make more complicated than they have to be, especially when you have a tool like Ecamm.
Right.
So yeah.
There's so much to do. Matt, how are you doing, sir? Live selling? Yes, please. Hey, you check out his channel too. He's got a lot of stuff he's doing that's very
Absolutely.
interactive, and just love the guy's energy. Why not? Why
Why not?
not?
Why not? Go for
Kirk,
it.
man, we've been talking and talking and talking, and I do appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me today. I had to do a part two so people can see all the Black Friday deals that are out there. I didn't talk about Walmart deals. Guys, go look. You just never know what's out there. If you're in the market for television this year, guess what? It's a good time for it.
Yeah.
It's not as good a time unless you are looking to get outside of the Sony ecosystem with that Nikon camera. Like, that's
Oh
a
my
pretty
word.
big competitor with what we got going on. That open gate thing is a whole nother conversation that maybe in 26 we could talk about, these cameras. I do feel like, to be honest with you, I feel like Sony's going to come out with a new camera really, really soon. I really do. I feel like Like you're gonna see a discount. Anorama is doing a discount on that
Ooh,
FX6.
yeah.
They're giving up to $700 if you like trade in a phone. So you get the phone trade in, and you get another $700 on an FX6 for people that are in the market for a bigger camera like that. It's definitely a great deal, but they're only able to give that deal because of Sony, right? So it's coming. It's coming. I've always told you, Kirk, when we do this kind of stuff and people give
Yeah.
compliments,
Yeah.
Beyond Limits, HQ, man, I appreciate you guys. I
Hey,
appreciate you
man.
guys. Like, we're trying to do this for everybody, and it's not easy. I should do a show one day of all the wrong things I've ever said. All
Oh my
right?
word. Oh my
I'm
word.
telling you. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
and Kerwin, I'm not changing. I'm not switching from Sony because every time I see somebody really go in on these cameras, the FX3 just kills them all. But I'm not changing. No worries. But I say stuff all the time that is just wrong. I have to go back and correct it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. When I will say this, because I just feel like we have an obligation to make sure that these receipts are known. But I mean, stream show is one of the longest running shows on the Ecamm channel. Real talk.
It it
It's been
is. It
super
is. It is.
consistent,
So we're
and
we're we're gonna be there.
yeah.
It's been fun to do though. You know how much doing this. People say you want to go into if you're working out, right? Where do you got to
Hmm.
go when you work out? If you really want
You
to
gotta
work
go
out
to
consistently, you got to go to the gym, right?
you gotta go to the gym. Yeah.
So every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I get to go to the gym. But before I even get there on Sunday, Paul, the moderator, is helping me schedule these things and making sure I have the show scheduled.
Yep.
So there's some research involved in every show. I'm talking to ChatGPT to make sure I got this stuff on point. It's doing thumbnails with me. It's doing titles and descriptions, trying to do the. So I'm getting a lot of reps out of this and trying to be as best as I can
That's so dope.
ahead of the game. So Beyond Limits, thank you so very much for hanging out with us tonight. And I appreciate it. Like we don't know what 26 would hold. Who knows, Kirk?
It's
What's
crazy.
next? All
Who
right,
knows
who
what's
knows?
next?
Who knows what next? But I guess what? I'm gonna be in the gym. I'm definitely going to be in the gym and trying to get better at the craft. And I may even upgrade this A6400 to something else. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. Trying to
Wow,
get the
man.
best out of this 8-bit color. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the best out of it.
That is an 8-bit color, man. Let's go. Let's
Let's
go.
go. Let's go. So, all right. So that's a lot. You got anything coming up people need to be aware of other than the Black Friday deal people need to see?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just more of the same, man. I'm doing running a coaching program right now, called the A-List Digital Footprint. And it's for high impact professionals who really,
Awesome.
they want to stop leasing their impact. They want to own it, and so there's some things that we check the box for. That's the only
That's
thing I'm
awesome.
really pushing right now. If you go to my website right now, kirkrnugent.com, you'll see an assessment is there. If you want to stop, if you want to know for sure, like, where is my digital footprint, that assessment will give you that answer. And so that's really the main thing I'm pushing right now, because I've Strick, this. We are evolving as we
That's right.
grow.
That's
And
right.
so content coaching is still my love, it's my passion. But what I realize is that the people that I've been blessed to work with, it's more than content. What we're looking at is the fuller picture, like their entire online persona,
I
right?
got you.
Or your electronic identity, which I like to call the digital footprint. So
Footprint.
that's really the main thing that I've been focused on. And I'll say this just to make the connection: the 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 fuel that runs the engine of a digital footprint is content. So it's still very much part and parcel. It's all connected. And so yeah, that's what I'm focused on right now.
I love
I'm
it.
deep in the bag where that's concerned. Gonna be launching a public cohort. We did a beta program and had about 10 people sign up. It was crazy. And I'm gonna tell you right now, we're about 60-70% of the way through this first cohort, and the wins are crazy.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So
It's
I've
nothing like
just been
helping people, right?
oh my gosh, there's nothing like it, man. There's nothing like it. When somebody says, somebody's sitting across the Zoom room from you and they're like, man, I really feel like now that we've homed in on my brand statement, I've found my purpose. Like, for somebody to say that, there's nothing more fulfilling. No, Yes, he paid. I want to be clear. Yes, he paid me. But, there's nothing more fulfilling than for
That's
somebody
awesome.
to have said that. So those are that's the kind of transformation I feel like God is calling me to do in this season. So that's what I'm really focused on, man. So yeah,
And I
appreciate it, man.
love it.
Appreciate the opportunity to share that. Yeah, I love coming and hanging out. I saw the notification. I was like, let me run upstairs. I'm not doing nothing. Let me go hang out
Yeah,
with
come
Strick,
on
man.
through.
So
Come on through.
yeah,
And we
yeah,
got
yeah,
more
yeah.
stuff to do. Listen, I can't tell you enough. I can't tell you enough about how much fun I had coming up to Huntsville and hanging out with you.
No,
Man,
no,
it was
no.
so
I
cool. We
mean
got to
this
do that
seriously.
again.
I'm going to return the favor. I'm going to block a day. I'm just going to come on down to Beham and hang out, man. We're just going to come down from breakfast. Like, I'm going to drop the kids at school, come down there, hang out, and then come back in the evening, man. I think that's
Man,
going to be
that's
my
what's
plan.
up.
Yeah,
That's what's
that's
up.
my plan. Yeah,
I love it.
we're gonna put that on the calendar as soon as we get off here.
Love it. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, guys. Next Sunday, it's the 23rd. So we will
23rd.
be enjoying some Thanksgiving stuff. So, yes, Kirk is near Oakwood. I guess he's
I
somewhere close near Oakwood right now.
I am the media pastor at Oakwood University Church, so very near Oakwood, and I'm
Yeah.
on campus at
Yeah.
Oakwood quite literally multiple times a week. So when you say near Oakwood, I
He
was
is Oakwood.
yeah, yeah.
Man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I
Yeah.
can't. My wife just loves to hear the choir, man. She loves to hear the school
Oh yeah.
choir.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Aeolians, man. Hey, but we've got to figure out a way to get her up here too, man. I don't even know how we haven't done that. So that's got to be a thing.
We got to make that happen, right?
Jonathan, what's Jonathan's last name? Dual Exchange. Jonathan Johnson? Is that Jonathan Johnson? If it's Jonathan
That's what's up.
Johnson, aka Fab, that's my guy. We call him Fab. But yeah, no, if it's Jonathan Johnson, I definitely know who that is. But
That's it. He said it's Jonathan Johnson.
that's what he said. I
Yeah.
can't see the comments yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll have it
yeah.
come up.
That's my guy. That's my guy. He lives around the corner from me. We chat all the time. So yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Small world, right?
That's too small. I said
so
Fab before you
Ecamm
said
fam
Fab.
is making some Huntsville connections. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's it. Oh my word. Okay, at Creator Camp. Yeah. There. Hey, Matt just said it. I've seen Kirk's counseling in real life at Creator Camp. It's awesome. Listen, that's crazy, man. No, Creator Camp was really, really dope. I just posted a reel from Creator Camp today with Ken and Glenn talking about the new feature, right? Multi-aspect ratio. So some really dope things coming down the pike, man. If you're in the streaming world, if you're in the creator world, don't get it twisted. There's a lot of stuff that you can be doing. A lot of stuff that you can be doing. Sink your teeth into. It's almost, we've been at this for how long now, Strick? I mean, I don't even know. 5 years, 6 years?
Yeah, at least 5.
And I'm telling you, the YouTube features that have just rolled out, the stuff that's coming down the pike, all of the platforms are trying to take advantage of it. This is a new day. You really want to plug back in. Don't miss it. It's a moment happening right now. And I'm just excited to see what all is possible. Yeah.
Listen, I can't tell you how many hours I've spent listening to Doc Rock over the years. You hear me? Like, I spent so much time listening to him rant, listening talk about content creation, listening to him really go all in. And a lot of what I'm doing now is because of that time I spent and that we all spent together. Learning and kind of getting in there. So I really, really have enjoyed this. And now, I get a chance to be the person that people hear on a weekly basis. So it's really cool. It's really cool. So I'm going to be sick the day that multi-aspect ratio comes out. At least that's what work will. Okay, so you just never know. Like, I think YouTube has their dual aspect ratio that they're going to be coming out with, right? So we're going to see how it all works together. Right?
Yeah, we go see. Listen, I love how you said that. We're gonna see how it all works together.
We're gonna see how it all works together, brother, with an E. All right. That being said, people are starting to comment now. Guess what? We're almost we are an hour and 47 minutes into this. But I wanted to be sure that we talked about more deals.
Listen, I just text Fab. Fab was like, "Oh, that's my cousin Mike. That's crazy. It's a small world. Small world."
That's cool, man. Uh, I do want to say this as we talk about deals. Make sure that you don't have gas. All
Don't
right.
have gas.
Whatever you're doing, the gear acquisition syndrome could take over, and you're buying stuff that sits in boxes. I have bought things that are sitting in boxes, okay? And I then have held on to it too long to return it, and that is a mistake, okay? You want to be good stewards of what you have. Use what you got. If you're saying, I want to get started, get you a nice webcam.
Come on.
I will say this, that this YOLO cam, the S3 that Kirk was talking about earlier, looks really, really good and is only $200. Get started some kind of way, even if with your phone connected to your Mac Mini. I'm telling you, so it doesn't cost anything for your phone. Your Mac Mini, they got them about $500. I'm sure you can find an M something
I'm
one two
sure.
three oh
I'm
four
sure.
at $500, and you're ready to get with Ecamm and start producing content. And this is the other thing. I'm going to end with this, and I'll let you respond to this. I want
Okay.
you to make the worst, ugliest content you possibly can.
Yeah. Yeah. My response to that is the reason why you want to make the worst, ugliest content you possibly can, because the worst, ugliest piece of content you make that's posted is better than any content that is not posted.
That's right.
And the other thing I want to say with that is, Strick, you got me going. We got to get off. But the other thing I want to say that with that is, you'll never be as less known as you are today.
Come on, man. You
Never.
would never be as less known as you are today.
Never.
I'm telling you.
I'm so glad we got our reps in when we were less known.
That's right.
Like with the webcam on the table and having it fall over, and I'm reaching over to pick it back up during the middle of a live stream. Like that stuff doesn't happen anymore.
My $20 microphone. I thought I was killing it with my $20 microphone.
Come on.
Shiny. It was shiny and gold. It
Come
was
on.
$20 and it sounded like a trash can, man. It was terrible.
Listen, I don't know what it is about the like almost 2 hour mark, right? That's when people are like, questions are coming in right now.
Yeah.
But no, any tips on getting over fear in terms of going live? So I hate to be, to repeat it back to you, but it's the biggest tip is to go live.
Yeah.
So the biggest tip is to go live, number one. Number two, having a framework, right? What Strick just said a second ago is part of the cheat code. He does research. He's has his title, he has his thumbnail. Strick did not know I was coming on. And if I never came on today, he has an outline. I know this about him. He has an outline of things he was going to share for the entirety of his show, whether it was 500 people that showed up on the live or no one showed up on the live, he was going to go through his outline. I think that's you're working a muscle as you go live. And so that's part of it. The last thing I'll say is invest in you. Invest in knowing yourself. Invest in understanding how you show up as your best version of yourself. I may be honest with you, man. There's nothing that's going to prepare you to feel more settled and confident in front of the camera going live than to just be settled and confident in you. And knowing that you're enough. Like, what you bring to the table is unique and it's specific and special and it's ordained for this particular moment. Somebody needs to hear it the way that you are going to say it. It doesn't matter if Strick and Kirk say it. You need to hear it the way you're going to say it. And you got to add your voice to the conversation. And even if there's only one person who's impacted by that, you show up for the one. You show up for the one the way you would show up for the 20,000. And that's how you get better. That's what I think.
So there's a couple of ways, Kirk, that I would recommend somebody. And first thing is just grab your phone.
Yeah,
and
get your phone
go
out.
on Instagram, go on TikTok. They're letting people in to go live. Hit the buttons. Be like, hey, guys, I have nothing to talk about, but I have a big fear of going live, and I am live right now. If you're a friend of mine and I see you, I see you, Joe. Thank you for coming through to help me.
Boom,
And
done.
I don't want to be afraid of doing this because I have something to say. So, whatever your niche is or whatever you're trying to get over to people, sometimes being vulnerable enough to say that I do have fear of this and I'm doing it anyway
Ooh,
helps your community. Now, one thing that I did do, which I have a little bit of an experience gap than most, because I did radio for 15 years here in the city. Um, Other than having a video camera in front of me, radio is live. You press a button on air and you are live. So whatever you say, people hear,
boom.
right?
That's right.
I had that experience, but when I wanted to go live, I actually did record 5 quick episodes that I then posted to get used to being in front of the camera. I
Right.
recorded it and then I posted it and then I went live. So I kind of just, I crawled, then I walked, and then after I started walking, I learned how to run and I've never stopped.
That's
But
it.
I will say, grabbing your phone and being vulnerable, not only will it engage because you will be socially, from social media standpoint, doing all the things that these platforms want you to do, which is to go
So
live
good.
on your phone.
So
So you
good.
will engage people, and they will make you feel good by coming through. Now, if you do that and nobody shows up, guess what? Take a breath, think about it, and do it again the next day.
Do it again.
And then if
Yeah.
nobody shows up, take a breath, think about something you want to say, and do it again. Get the reps in because what
Yeah.
Kirk said is so important. Like, it's better to learn when
Yeah.
you are less known.
Known.
And you're putting in those reps, and you get so easy to the point that, when I get in the studio, boom, I'm pressing the button. It's not any butterflies. Now, some people have butterflies all the time, regardless. I'm
Yeah.
not nervous, and me being less nervous is only because I put the reps in. I know
There you go.
exactly what Ecamm can do. I know where my
Mhm.
slides are.
Yep.
For the most part, I know where slides are. I have a nice little rundown, and being prepared does help. So Matt is saying to get over your fear,
I love
understand that
that.
trolls be your witting. Also, trolls are not, listen, not.
They're
It
not
helps too.
common, but they
I tell
help.
people all the time, like if you graduate to the stage where you get some naysayers or trolls, you're winning. Because
We got
somebody has
trolls. We got
wasted the time.
trolls.
Yes, they've wasted their time to talk to you or to troll you. That's a big deal.
Big deal.
Negative comments and negatives. Somebody has took their time to say something mean to you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You're
Yeah.
at the next level.
Yeah. Every piece of content you put out, every live show you do puts you that much further ahead of the people who are still planning,
That's
people
right.
who are still preparing, still, oh, well, I'm going to launch after I get this. And they're always putting stipulations on it. They're always, listen, what Strick said is so, oh my gosh, so critical to just go live and say, hey, y'all, I'm live right now. I'm so scared to do this. I just, I have no idea what I'm doing right now, but I'm trying this out. This is a skill that I really want to get better at. And so you're going to see me go live. If you see me go live, can you do me a favor? Can you just drop a question in the comment section? It'll really, really help me out. I'm going to tell you right now, I was doing a live podcast with a client. He's a financial expert. Now, I remember saying to him, I'm like, you see people every day, essentially, and you go over their finances, you sit with them and you go over their finances. What do you do to prepare? He's like, well, I don't really prepare like that anymore. I mean, I have a team and they give me the numbers. I know what I'm looking for in their numbers. So my team gives me that. And then I know what I want to say to them. I start to chart the course forward. I know what questions I want to ask them because I know what type of transformation I want them to have. I'm like, oh, okay. So you're going to treat the camera as if it's a client. And he was like, very much fighting me this entire time. So we get him in the live. We do a couple of different segments on the show. And then there's a segment for Q&A. And we had placed some of his team members in the chat to ask him questions. But there was one person in the chat who was not planted. And they asked a question. So we put that question up first. It took us a second to get him to recognize where the question was on the screen because he wasn't looking at the right screen. But once we finally got him to, say, just like how you put that up there, LOL, ooh, I feel you. But just like how you have that question up right now or that comment up, we finally got him to recognize that was there. So you could see him like reading the question. And then you could almost see like the non-live mode switch off and the financial advisor switch on.
Wow.
And he immediately went into like, no, 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 no. You don't want to do that. He's like, all right, let me give you 4 things. You want to do this, you want to do one of this. And then the reason why you want to do this is because by the time he was done with those 4 things, the chat was lit up with people saying, how do I get this man to manage my money?
Wow. Because it changed how he was responding and communicating, not like, okay, rigid. Now I can be me. I got a question. I can answer this question. I like that. I like that.
Every time you go out of your house in the morning, you're live.
That's true.
You don't get a chance to prepare what you're going to say to the guy who's filling his gas tank next to you. You don't get a chance to prepare what you're going to say to the barista if they say, hey, you know, how's it feel outside? Did it warm up? It was cold this morning. You don't get a chance to prepare what the guy is going to say as you're dropping your kid off in car line. You're live. You're live. And that's what live is. It's just that there's a camera between you and the person that's watching on their phone, probably sitting on the toilet. Right? I mean, I just want to be clear. Like, that's what they're probably sitting on the toilet. Like half of the people watching right now, they're sitting in the toilet, they're watching us, and they're chatting through, and we're like, okay, cool, that's fine. But it's very much an intimate experience.
That's right.
And if we just look at it as we're just having conversations, live. The live format, in my opinion, is the top of the content pyramid, because you can get every form of content from live, but you can't get any of the you can't get live from any of the other forms of content. So, all right, that's it. I'm done.
Hey, listen, David, I hope you're not on the toilet while you're watching, but we do appreciate the shout out, okay?
Oh my God.
Hey, definitely go live, man. Try it, jump off the cliff and just skydive and soar.
Soar, man.
You probably won't be your best piece of content you ever made, but that's not the exercise. The exercise is to press the button.
Press the button.
In time, you get better. In time, you will get better. It's going to be difficult. You're going to have butterflies and all that other kind of stuff. Embrace that, because on the other side of your willingness to go live is reaching that goal, whatever it may be. Now, I think you need to have a motive. You need to have a goal. You need to have something that you're trying to do, other than you just want to go live. Like, there's got to be a reason why, and find that why and just knock it out the park with, hey, guys, I'm doing this because A, B, C, D. But we appreciate you guys, man. This is, Kirk, you know, you said it a few minutes ago. We've been on for a while now, and people are really starting to chat and talk, and we're definitely here for that. This is where our experience really lends itself to coaching, encouraging, and helping people see what they could see as tough is being really easy. I believe that the way that you eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Like, so if there's something that you really got to get over that's big, just take that one step. And after you take that step, take another one, and you'll be a whole lot closer than where you were. We've taken years of steps to get to where we are, to be comfortable. Both of us do have very much so gifts and talents when it comes to communication. We get it easily. But that doesn't mean that all of this stuff that we do is easy. We just can talk on the fly really well. But we did have to learn a lot of stuff to be sure while we were talking on the fly.
You're not wrong at all. You're not wrong at all.
Yeah. We had to learn some technical things that as we talk on the fly, we still look good. So
love it.
It's a lot of iterations to get to where we are today. He's got a great background, and I have a TV behind me. I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's all going to be different. So that being said, it's going to be different. It's going to be different. That being said, next Sunday, it's Thanksgiving Sunday. So we're going to have
This is crazy.
Yeah, so it's coming around. We're getting to the end of November. And I want people to come through with their stories and their thankfulness, you know, all of that. We'll just have a great Ecamm family day on the stream show. So don't leave me by myself, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a stream show, and we'll hang out together and love on each other and try to go to the next level. And hopefully by next Sunday, Top Hat LA will have gone live, and we can talk about his experience.
He said, I am live. I've been live. I don't know if the question was rhetorical just to kind of prime the pump, but whatever. I thank you for your engagement tonight, man. Thank you guys. Everybody that's in the chat. I love it, man. It never tires to see everybody here, so yeah. Dual Exchange says meet you there. So cool.
There you go. All right, guys. I'll see you next Sunday right here on the Stream Show.
Later.
Hey, this is DJ Strick, and I would like to thank you for watching another edition of the Stream Show.